So Batman the Caped Crusader is no longer moving ahead at HBO Max. Is this the end of the show, or is there still hope? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, and welcome to the Batcave. So, it's actually been quite a while since I've done one of these two camera videos. Things have been absolutely crazy. I've massively missed doing it, so unfortunately I'm coming back to it with kind of some bad news. If you don't know what Batman the Caped Crusader show is, it's an animated show that was announced, I believe, last year, being produced by Bruce Timm, the original creator of course, the original Batman the Animated Series, but also involved was Matt Reeves, of course the director and creator of the new The Batman universe, and J.J. Abrams. Now, J.J. Abrams' involvement from the start was something that a lot of people were a little bit hesitant and concerned about. I'm not saying I was concerned with it. I think it was probably more just to have a big Hollywood director involved in the production of the show, not necessarily him having too much... What was that? Not necessarily him having too much creative input on the show. But anyway, if you want to know more about the show and what we know about it, I do have a full video on the channel that you can go and check out. The link might be in the description, who knows. But today we're here to talk about the recent news. Now, if you don't know, Discovery and Warner Brothers have kind of gone through this whole merging process. I won't bore you with the details, but the streaming services HBO Max and Discovery Plus are going to be merged into one streaming service. So I'm assuming all the products that are on those two services will now be streamed on just one. At this point in time, we don't have many more details than that, but we do know since this merger, many things have been cancelled. Now, probably the most high profile of those cancellations was, of course, the Batgirl movie, which, after spending somewhere in the region of $100 million on the project, DC, Warner Brothers just shelved it. It will probably never see the light of day, which, of course, is sad, because it did feature Michael Keaton's Batman, among other cameo roles from other supporting characters, and quite important characters, but we'll probably never get to see it. But along with that, and a bunch of other shows, now comes Batman Caped Crusader. Now, if you go back and watch my previous video when this show was announced and me talking about my thoughts and opinions on that show, I was very, very, very excited about this show. If you're new to this channel, my favourite Batman media of all time outside of the comics is Batman the Animated Series, and I think that's the same for many fans of The Dark Knight. Now, this was, if you look at the kind of concept art, not a sequel to it, but a spiritual sequel. I don't think canonically it was a direct ongoing story from the animated series, but I think it was in the same vein, perhaps the same sort of style and creative input as the masterpiece that is Batman the Animated Series. So yes, expectations were very high. Matt Reeves was going to be involved in it, and after the success of the Batman and how much I liked the Batman, that's also something I was very excited about. J.J. Abrams being involved, I could take it or leave it. I've liked some of his work. I was a big fan of Lost up until the end. I actually really enjoyed the Star Trek reboot, and I enjoyed The Force Awakens. Rise of Skywalker, however, no. So, yeah, as for him, I was 50-50. But now the news has come that this show is no longer moving ahead on HBO Max. Cancelled. But it's not being created as such by HBO Max. It was just going to be streamed on HBO Max. So Warner Brothers do still have some relationships within other media outlets such as Netflix. So there is a possibility that this show could still be made and will have a new home. As far as I'm aware, there haven't been too many details put out about this news, but they are continuing to work on the show. By they, I mean Bruce Timm, and I'm assuming Matt Reeves and J.J. Abrams, as well as Ed Brubaker, I believe his name is. Yes, I think that's right. So I think it's continuing to be worked on, but they will need to find a new home. Netflix, I think, would be the ideal home for the show. Netflix currently home Titans in the UK, which, again, is a DC product, so it makes a lot of sense to me. I know Amazon Prime do have quite a lot of DC content on there. That's where I purchase pretty much all of my DC animated stuff anyway, so Amazon Prime would also make some sense. But I am just hoping and praying to the comic book gods that this show does not get scrapped and shelved just like the Batgirl did. The Batgirl, I'm not going to lie, the cancellation of that show didn't really hurt me. It didn't look amazing from what I'd seen. I'd heard some pretty bad things, so I wasn't excited by it, but it's a DC product that featured some of my favourite DC characters, so I would have watched it regardless. The fact that The Flash is still rumoured to be going ahead as planned is mind-blowing to me after the stuff that Ezra Miller has been involved in. The guy is an absolute waste of space. If you ask me, they should be willing to spend a buttload of money and recast him and just reshoot the majority of the film. The Flash is one of DC's biggest and best characters, and he definitely deserves his own movie, 100%. And the fact that Ben Affleck and Keaton are rumoured, of course, to be in it, well, not rumoured, confirmed to be in it, I definitely want to see that movie. I just don't want to give any attention, credit, or money to Ezra Miller. So I've gone off on a bit of a tangent here. There's some news that I've not reported on due to the inactivity on the channel over the last month because life has been crazy. But yeah, kind of venting all that at once right now. But this video is about the Caped Crusader. It's not all doom and gloom. There is still hope. We may still get to see it. I guess, as you guys know, the fans are listened to these days. So if you want this show to be shown, to be given the light of day, then post hashtag Caped Crusader, whatever it takes. Just let's try and do what we did for the Snyder Cut, right? We managed to get that out there, so we can. I'm sure we can make this see the light of day as well. That's pretty much it from me. Again, if you want more news on the show itself, go back and watch my initial video on it that was released a few months back. I think I covered the majority of information that we have in that video, but that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying seeing the content back on this channel. I've got a nice history of video coming for you within the next few days. It was actually planned to go out today, but I've done this instead. Anyway, I'm rambling. Guys, thank you all so much for watching the videos on this channel. Even when I haven't been uploading, the support has been fantastic. We've still been getting thousands of videos a day throughout the channel, so I cannot say how much I appreciate each and every one of you. The Bat family is alive and well, that's for sure. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to return to the Batcave for more Bat content.